Hello friends, my name is Jess and welcome back to my channel, Books Past Bedtime. So today we're going to be doing, I believe it's the 5th installment in my TBR Takedown series. So since the beginning of this year, I've been doing this series where I have wrapped up all of my unread books, and I've been using a random number generator to pick 5 books per month to read, and I've been sharing that process with you guys. And at the end, I let you know if I'm going to keep them or if I'm going to get rid of them, if they were worth keeping or not. It's time to film a new intro and pick some new books. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, I have my little spinner wheel here. When we started this project, I had 175 unread books that I had purchased prior to the start of 2025. I have not added new books that I bought this year, so we're keeping the number at 175. I have excluded all of the numbers that I've already previously rolled, so I've read 20 books off of my unread shelf at this point, and now we're going to be up to 25. So all of those numbers are excluded. I do have some duplicates because if a book was in a series, I gave it the same number so that I wouldn't, to try and prevent me unwrapping further on in the series than I am. But obviously I got a little bit mixed up because that happened in the 3rd installment, I think, but it's okay. So 1 to 75, numbers already rolled are excluded. Let's go ahead and spin and see what the first one we get is. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oh, it looks pretty low. It's looking pretty low. 14. All right. So 14 is the first number we rolled. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that choice and then we're gonna spin again. Give me something good. Give me something good. Oh, we're up high now. 123. All right, next. 61. All right, we're getting a good variety. I like that. I like the variety. Let's see what we get next. Spin, spin, spin. Another lower one. 27. All right, now one more. What else are we gonna get? Oh, another low one. Getting some older books. 11. All right, how fun. All right, so those are our numbers. We got 14, 123, 61, 27, and 11. So let's go to my bookshelf and find those numbers. Right, I'm back with our 5 books. So in order, I have 11, 14, 27, 61, and 123. So let's go ahead and unwrap them and see what we got. This is a small hardcover book. Doesn't really feel like it has a dust jacket, but I have no idea. I cannot actually tell. I don't really have any guesses. Maybe a YA book? I don't know. Like, it's short, it's small. Oh, okay. And get it out of the paper. Oh, I taped it to the back. Why would I do that? So this is After Parties by Anthony Wiesna So, and this is a series of short stories about being queer in LA, I think. It says it's a debut story collection about Cambodian American life, immersive and comic yet unsparing, that offers profound insight into the intimacy of queer and immigrant community. So it sounds really good. I picked this up at a local indie bookstore. I thought it looked good, and so I'm excited to finally get to this one. Right, next, this is number 14. This is a hardcover book. Got some hair on it. This is a hardcover book, and it's shorter, so I think that this is probably a YA. Oh, yep, it is. Oh, I'm excited for this one. Oh, sweet. Okay, this is Kiss and Tell by Abdi Karam, and I believe it is about a queer guy who is in a boy band, and he's kind of having to navigate being queer with being in a boy band. And I think maybe he has a romance with somebody in his band. It's definitely giving One Direction Larry vibes to me, which I think is why I picked it up. And also I have read Abdi Karim before and I really like his work and I really like his books, so I'm super excited for this one. I'm glad that I pulled this. Yay. Good haul so far. All right, next. This one is actually a hardcover book as well, even though it's really small. So I wonder what this is. This is number 27. Oh, okay. So this is going to be adult lit fic. This is The Incendiaries by R.O. Kwon. Interesting. So this is about two people who go to college together. It's about a boy and a girl, and he falls in love with her, but she is really deeply affected by this loss and ends up joining this cult-like kind of terrorist community that has ties to North Korea and ends up like bombing some buildings on the college campus. And I don't know, sounds interesting. It's a short little book, so it shouldn't take too long to read. It's definitely not like anything that I typically read, so I am interested to see whether or not I end up enjoying it. I'll keep you posted. All right, next. 61. This was in a stack of books that I think are all book of the month. It's hardcover, it's tall, so I think that's likely what it is. Oh my gosh, no it's not. That's funny. So this is Paris, the memoir by Paris Hilton. I actually really like Paris Hilton, and so I picked this up when it came out last year, the year before, but I haven't gotten to it yet. It's also signed, which is really fun. Just randomly found it at Barnes & Noble, but yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I think it'll be good. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have number 123. This one is quite heavy. From size and the fact that it's hardcover, might have thought that it was a book of the month, but it feels too heavy to be a book of the month. Like, it feels like it's printed on heavy paper or something. Like, it doesn't feel like a book of the month book, so I don't know what this could be. I have no guesses. Oh, okay, maybe it is the book of the month. That's funny. Why is this book so heavy? This is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. Yeah, okay. I've only read The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood and I actually liked it. I enjoyed it. And so I got this one when it came on Book of the Month. I have read even less straight romance as the time goes, but I'm cautiously optimistic about this one. I don't know if this is one people really enjoy by her or not, but hopefully it'll be just a fun, cute read. What a stack, what a stack. All right, so here is the stack that I unwrapped. We have The Incendiaries, After Parties, Kiss and Tell, Paris, and Love on the Brain. We have an adult contemporary romance, a memoir, a YA fiction about boy bands, a short story collection, and like a lit fic book. So wide variety of things. I don't know how I feel about this stack. I definitely think that I'll love Kiss and Tell, and I think I will enjoy Paris's memoir. And I think I'll like After Parties, even though it's a little different than what I typically read. These two I feel like are pretty wild cards. Like, I don't think they're gonna be bad. Like, I don't think I'll dislike them. Obviously, I wouldn't have gotten them. They're just really far outside of my comfort zone at this current time and moment in life. So this should be interesting. I'm not sure where I'm gonna start, but when I do, I will be back and I will let you know. Hello, I've officially started my first book for this vlog and I decided to start Paris because it was just, I don't know, I was just feeling it and I was able to get access to it through the library, I believe, on my ebook when I didn't have anything else with me. So we started it and we are currently on chapter 9, 119 pages in. This book is crazy. It's crazy. So I am kind of like a casual fan of Paris. Like, I know of her, I know about some like surface level some of the things she went through with going away to like the behavioral camp and whatever. Like, I knew she was fighting for legislation against those. Like, I knew she'd been abused by the system in that way. Actually, like, delving in and reading her story is fucking insane. It is insane. And honestly, like, in this book, the first part of it is kind of, it's fairly chronological. Like, we talked about her early life in the first part, and now I just got to part 2, like a chapter or 2 into part 2, and this is where she is sent to the like behavioral reform bad kid camp. It is just insane what she went through. It is honestly really difficult, really hard to read about. Basically, like, her parents didn't know what else to do with her because she talks a lot about how she had undiagnosed ADHD at the time, and so she had a lot of trouble like focusing in school and just living her life in a like normal, respectable kind of way. Like, she self-medicated a lot, got into partying. Like, she was really young. Like, she's a kid. Like, she's, I think, maybe 14 to 16 when a lot of this stuff is happening, and she's just like out on her own drinking, doing drugs all night. I mean, it scared her parents, and they didn't really know what else to do with her. She'd been kicked out of quite a few schools because she had so many issues like learning and like sitting still and like not skipping class, like those kinds of things. I blame her parents for what happened to her. Like, it is their fault. Like, point blank period, it's their fault. They should have helped her more. They should have figured out what was going on, and they should not have been conned into sending her to one of these camps because it was fucking insane. And she goes into some of the history of it, and a lot of them were like founded by cult leaders, like literal cult leaders, like connected to the Synanon cult. Like, legitimately crazy. And her parents like sent her to this camp, and the way that she gets there is these two big huge men come into her room. She's 16, come into her room and bodily drag her away, bodily kidnap her while her parents are sitting there watching. Like, how fucking traumatizing. And that's like not even at the camp yet. The camp is basically the point of it is to just totally emotionally annihilate these kids, cause them to like attack and gang up against each other and abuse each other. And there's all these rules that are basically like you cannot possibly do anything but fail and be punished for breaking them, because they all are very like contradictory and just literally impossible. They have a very strict schedule. Like, during the day they're doing these hard labor tasks, like literally moving rocks from one side of the yard to the other, like no purpose at all. And then they'll like have dinner, and then after dinner they have this therapy session where the point is to like make you cry, and they don't stop until every kid there has broken down sobbing and like admitted that they are terrible, gross, horrible people and everything wrong in their life is their fault. Yeah. And then they, at the end, are forced to like physically cuddle with each other. And like with all of the adult like instructors as well, like it's definitely giving pedophilia, it's definitely giving creepy, it's definitely giving cult, it's definitely giving abuse of power. Like, this, I've literally only read her first day at this camp, also, mind you. It is insane, and I believe it. I wholeheartedly believe it. These accounts are backed up by a lot of other people that have gone to these similar camps, and it's just insane. It's insane that these things are allowed to occur, that are allowed to happen, and just no one cares. No one cares. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. This is a very eye-opening read so far. Paris Hilton's like not an author. And also, she kind of like weaves her ADHD into the storytelling of this book, so it does kind of hop around a lot. It is kind of disjointed in some ways, but it is really fascinating to hear about her story, and it is just really brutally difficult to read, honestly. It's really fucked up and horrible. So I'm glad I'm finally getting to this one though, and I definitely will finish it up here soon. And I'm honestly kind of like dreading continuing to read just because of how difficult the subject matter is to read about. But I'm definitely going to persevere and keep reading because it is just very fascinating to me, a morbid curiosity type of way. And also, like, I think that I just have so much more respect even for her now, because like delving into the details of the story, and for her to be such a positive, happy person that is just really committed to changing the world for the better now, it's just really inspiring. Like, sure, she's privileged, whatever. I mean, she's fucking Survivor, and she's doing what she can with what she has to create a better world, and I really respect the hell out of that. So I don't know, I will update you with my final thoughts when I'm finished with this, but it is definitely super interesting so far. Just really wild stuff. update time. So I have finished Paris the Memoir by Paris Hilton, and I really loved this. I think it's one of the better celebrity memoirs I've read, and I'm just so impressed by Paris as a person. Everything she fucking went through, and she's still like a forgiving, positive person who really wants to make a positive impact on the world. And I loved how she like owned up to the mistakes she made and the part she had to play in some of her like sordid reputation, but also was like, no, like I am a woman in Hollywood who was taken advantage of by people that were supposed to protect me, people who were supposed to love me. And I just thought her story was really powerful. It's maybe not the best written book that I've ever read, and she does bounce around a lot, but I thought it was a good insight into like her brain having ADHD, and also just what she had to say in here was really important, and I appreciated it that it felt like it was in her voice the whole time, and so I did really enjoy reading that as well. And yeah, it was really solid. I've always liked her, but I'm even more like impressed by her and in awe of her now. Having heard her full story, I just am so impressed by how she's using her platform and what she's doing. Like, she's living her life unapologetically, doing what she loves, making art, making music, and also like fighting for things that she thinks are important. And she's made such a big impact on like the troubled teen industry. Just coming forward and sharing that story, so impressive. Like, she is so strong for that. I really admire her a lot for that, especially considering all of the ramifications it has had for her and all of the like trauma she's had to deal with surrounding it. But she really has like made a big impact, like not only just socially awareness wise, but also like in Washington advocating for more government oversight into these programs and things. Like, she really has done a lot, and it is very impressive. Obviously she's like not perfect, she is part of the 1%. I do think like at the end of the day she is a person and she is trying her best, and I do quite admire her. I think she's pretty cool. I think she's pretty sick. So yeah, really enjoyed this. I ended up giving it 5 stars just because I feel like it's a memoir, it's somebody's story. It's hard to like not give something like this 5 stars unless you're not going to read it at all. So that's kind of what I settled on for this, and I will definitely be keeping this one, and I'm glad I finally read it. Success. As for other updates, I did start reading The Incendiaries by R.O. Kwon, and this is very different. This is a sort of, I think it's lit fic, and it's about these 2 college kids, Phoebe and Will, and they meet their first month at an American university. Will is very enamored by Phoebe. Phoebe likes Will in some ways, but she's also very like disillusioned by life. She has a lot going on in her personal life. She blames herself for her mom's death that was pretty recent, and so Phoebe is a prime target for this on-campus cult, and she's getting drawn into this cult. I'm halfway through this book right now, and she's being lured in. She's going to the meetings, and Will is at this point where he is kind of starting to notice the red flag, but he also is not like super strong in his convictions about things. He's still really young. He's figuring out the world as well. He's pretty inexperienced too when it comes to relationships. Phoebe's kind of the first woman he's ever been with. We're kind of getting into the thick of things now. Most of it leading up has been just introduction to what's going on, and I'm really interested to see, like, I think the cult gets like violent and goes pretty far. Will is just about to go to a meeting with Phoebe though, so I'm really interested. They don't really seem to like want to let Will in. They have like a very specific number of people that they want in, and they want Phoebe there, but Will not as much. I'm not really sure why, so I'm interested to see if he gets drawn into the cult as well, or if he's kind of always an outsider just watching like what Phoebe is doing with them. This is so different than anything I read. It's definitely along the lines of stuff that I would used to read. It is very interesting. I do like want to know what's gonna happen, and I do like culty things, so I think that this is a good place to kind of dive back into lit fic, and it's super short, so I think that I can knock this out maybe in like another hour and a half, so it shouldn't take me too long to finish this up. So I'm very interested in this one. I can't predict a rating, maybe like 3 or 4 star, unless something like heinous happens, and then it would be lower. I don't think it's gonna be a 5 star just because it's not like a romance. Usually 5-star books for me are things that strongly emotionally impact me and that I really enjoy reading, which maybe in the end this will be. I can't see it from the first half though. So yeah, that's my update for that one. I will be back with final thoughts once I finish it up. Hello friends, reading update time. So I did finish The Incendiaries. I hated this book. I thought it was so bad. I ended up giving this book 1 star. maybe when I was in my literary era, like I would have liked it more. Like, you know, I just hated it. Like, it was a book about unlikable characters doing unlikable terrible things. It was just not good. Like, you were kind of at first rooting for the main character to get his girlfriend out of this cult. He was always kind of an unlikable character, and then he does something like truly heinous and doesn't seem to really recognize how truly heinous it is, and doesn't really seem to have much like guilt or regret about it or anything to like redeem him. And I mean, I think that that's the point. Like, I think it's supposed to be like a reflection of reality or whatever. I'm like, sure, but I don't want to read that. Like, I just simply don't. I just simply don't want to read that. I did not enjoy it. I thought it was terrible, and I gave it 1 star. So I definitely will be unhauling this one. I don't really have anything else to say about it. Like, I'm glad it was a quick read. All of the characters sucked and nothing good happened in it, and it was not fun to read. So, yeah. I have started Kiss and Tell by Abdi Karam. I'm liking this so far. This is a YA book following our main character, Hunter, who is in a boy band. He's the only openly gay member of this boy band, and he's just recently broken up with his boyfriend, his longtime boyfriend, of like 2 years. He's like 17. He just broke up with his boyfriend, and they're going on this world tour. They're kicking off their very first world tour as a boy band. There's kind of some interesting dynamics because Hunter's ex-boyfriend is one of his bandmates' twin brothers, and they were always like all 3 friends. And then Ashton is kind of now caught in the middle because Aiden is his brother, obviously, but Hunter is one of his best friends and in the band with him. So that's kind of a little bit of area of drama, but not as much as you would think, at least right now. It seems like Hunter is going to have a little bit of a romance with one of the boys in the band that is the opener for them on their tour. I am this far in, I'm 150 pages in, which is like a little over 1/3 of the way through, I believe, and it's going super quick because it's a YA. Not very many words on the page. There's also like lots of emails and like text messages and things in there, so I flew through the first 150 pages in like an hour and a half. This one should be pretty quick to finish up. I'm gonna take it on my turn with me today and hopefully make some progress in it. I am definitely enjoying it so far. I do like Abdi Karam as a writer. I am really interested in some of his like adult romances. I haven't ever read those before. I've only read his YA stuff. This is fun, like light sort of book, and I do like the boy band aspect. It's really reminding me of One Direction. I was a Directioner girly, of course, back in the day, so I love that about it. I'm not totally sure how I feel about Hunter's love interest. He keeps making these like weird comments about how Hunter and his boy band aren't real musicians, whereas he is a real musician making real music because they play real instruments and all this bullshit. And Hunter's like, well, we play instruments too. We write and produce our songs. Like, what is the difference? And they've had conversations like that, and I'm like, I don't know if that's red flag. That seems weird. Why are we entertaining this? But of course, I guess everyone can't be perfect, and hopefully he learns that they're both real musicians at the end of the day. I don't know. He also just like, I don't know, I'm just worried he doesn't have Hunter's best interest at heart. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling. I don't think I'm really supposed to. Like, I think I'm supposed to want them to be together. I don't really think that there's gonna be some big drama with them, but I have no idea. Maybe there will. Who knows? Yeah, I'm liking this so far. It's fun, it's light, it's fluffy, it's cute, with like a good level of real issue discussions. So yeah, I think that this is gonna be a good one. I'm gonna finish it up, like I said, hopefully today, tomorrow. Should be pretty quick to fly through. I could see this being like a 4-star read. I think it's probably gonna land in the 3 to 4 star range, depending on how the back half goes. Once I finish, I will keep you updated. I'll be back with more thoughts once I'm finished. Hello, I'm back with an update. So I did finish Kiss and Tell by Abdi Karam recently. This was not for me. I'm so sad. I ended up really honestly disliking this book. I ended up giving it 2 stars. There were things that I liked about it. It was definitely like a quick read. I really liked the like queer sex positivity. There was a lot of discussions of intersectionalism that I appreciated, commentary on celebrity culture and like mindful diversity, and just the like boy band aspect. And like, that's such a fun concept to have this like romance with a boy band character who's queer. Like, that's all I've ever wanted in my life and why I read fan fiction so much. other than those like kind of overarching themes, like the actual content of the book I didn't really enjoy. Like I just didn't have a good time. So I was really going into this expecting a romance. Like that's, I mean, I guess it's kind of more a contemporary coming of age, but it's also marketed like as a romance, as a boy band romance. Like they're marketing to people like me who are expecting a boy band romance. I was quite disappointed when both of the love interests in this book were honestly kind of shitty. I didn't really like either of them. One of them is our main character's ex-boyfriend and the other is like in the band that's opening for them on their world tour. And honestly, I didn't really like either of them. And so I wasn't invested in the romance. I wasn't rooting for the romance. Honestly, I was kind of expecting like something really bad to happen. And I mean, they kind of did, but Hunter goes through like a lot of mental health struggles in this book, just like the pressures of dealing with fame, the pressures of like growing up and like having people like watching him and other things like happening in his life. He was like encouraged throughout the book to like when he would have these more emotional instances, like the characters in the book would be like, why didn't you come to me with this sooner? Like, why didn't you open up? But then at the same time, like when he opens up, he is kind of shamed for his feelings and emotions. And I get like checking your privilege, recognizing whatever, but at the same time, your friends and the people and your family and the people who care about you are supposed to give you that emotional validation. They're not supposed to just like shut you down. Like I feel like Hunter never got any kind of emotional validation from what he was going through, and like comparing traumas like really at the end of the day is not going to get us anywhere. It's comparing apples to oranges. Like everyone's going through their own shit. In this instance, like Hunter being our main character, I got really frustrated that he was treated the way he was treated by the people in his life when he was like crying out for help. Like it was just sad to see. Like it sucked to see. Like a lot of other people were like blaming him for being selfish and not caring about the things that they were going through, but it wasn't like they were sharing what they were going through with Hunter either. So like how the fuck was he supposed to know? I don't know. There's just a lot of the mental health stuff I didn't think was handled very well, and I didn't really appreciate how a lot of the characters in this book treated Hunter. Like I thought it was just a little off track, honestly. Maybe I want to speak a little bit more about Kayvon, who is like the love interest that we're like supposed to be rooting for. This is a little spoilery, so if you're interested in this book, maybe just go ahead and skip to the next book. I will say that I wish Hunter just ended the book single. Like I get Kayvon was supposed to be kind of like a complex character, like has faults but also has redeeming qualities, but there was just something about him that gave me the ick. Like every interaction with Hunter, the way that he was described and the actions that he took towards Hunter just really gave me the ick. Like I was just not there for this romance. I really wanted Hunter to find someone better for him because I thought Kayvon, even though he had a change of heart at the end, like it almost seemed like his core beliefs and tenets were just not aligned with Hunter and his, and I didn't really like that. I don't know. I just thought it would have been better if Hunter had just ended the book single, working on himself. Like I think that would have been a more satisfying ending to me because I really don't feel like anyone in this book treated Hunter well enough to like be in a relationship with him. So yeah, that was this book. 2 stars. I didn't really like it. Probably will be unhauling it. If you're interested, you can purchase it on PANGO. I always feel weird saying that because I'm like, here, buy this book that I didn't like. But just because I didn't like it doesn't mean that someone else isn't gonna like it, you know? So yeah, I don't know. Not for me. On the other hand, I did start After Parties by Anthony Vesna So. I can't talk. I am really enjoying this one. So this is a book of interconnected short stories, and they're all kind of about the immigrant experience, about growing up queer and being an immigrant. It offers an expansive portrait of the lives of Cambodian Americans as children of refugees carve new paths for themselves in California. And so it is really interesting. How many stories have I read so far? I've read 4 stories so far. 3 Women of Chuck's Donuts, which I really enjoyed. Super King's Son Scores Again, which wasn't my favorite. Molly, which I really liked. And The Shop, which I also really liked. As I was reading it, I actually had to go get a highlighter and some tabs because I was like, that is so beautiful. So beautiful. I really think that it is a very good depiction so far and has made me feel like a lot of things and understand a lot of things like about Anthony's experience like being an immigrant. And I really enjoy the like multi-generational sort of perspectives that we get to. Like a lot of the characters in the stories are younger kids, but they're hearing and listening to their older relatives who were so affected by the war that they escaped from Cambodia, and like I'm pretty sure it's like an ethnic cleansing sort of thing that's going on. The Khmer regime yeah, genocide that they were escaping, and how it's so ingrained in like everything that they do and the way they see the world. They got their kids out of it, but it doesn't like touch them in the same way. Like, it's just really, really fascinating and really poignant and just really well written and really well, just a good way to humanize this experience. Like, I don't really exactly know how to put everything into words, but I am really enjoying this. This is very, very interesting to me. It is so well written. The writing is beautiful, and I'm very excited to finish it out. Like, I just definitely think that it is really well done, and I'm really enjoying it. Very beautiful. Really like it. Could see this being like 4 or 5 stars. And I do think it's like kind of, even though they're stories, like it is very much a part of Anthony. And if you didn't know, this author has like passed. I don't imagine myself giving it a harsh rating even if I didn't enjoy it, but I am really enjoying it, so I probably will give it like 5 stars, you know. So yeah, definitely very much enjoying it and excited to finish it up. I am planning to drive back to New Jersey, and I'll probably listen to the audio. I have been listening to the audio in tandem reading it so far. Really enjoying it. Very good experience. Audio is great as well. So yeah, really like this one. Alright, I finished After Parties by Anthony Visnaso, and I really enjoyed this. I actually ended up giving it 5 full stars. I thought it was really excellent. There are definitely some stories that I enjoyed more than others. I do think that my favorite stories were probably The Three Women of Chuck's Donut, The Shop. I also really liked Molly. But yeah, overall, this was just such a like beautifully put together book of beautiful stories, beautiful writing. It's so sad that this author is no longer with us. Like, I really wish that I could read more stuff from him. Just like a beautiful snapshot of what it means to be a queer immigrant in America. I thought it was conveyed very beautifully. The characters were so well done, and it felt so like timely and based in reality and just so beautifully written. Like, I'm really glad that I finally got to this and that I do have it in my collection, because I do think it is such a beautiful book, and I definitely would wholeheartedly recommend. I really think that this is a very valuable read, a very beautiful read, and I loved it. 5 stars. Okay, and I also did start Love on the Brain Since I Last Talked to You by Ali Hazelwood. This is going to be my final book for this vlog. I am currently like maybe a third of the way through. I'm on page 138, chapter 10. I think this is her sophomore novel, actually. I haven't read anything since The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, mostly just because I don't read about straight people. But this is kind of a fun book. It's following Bea and Levi, and they've kind of been rivals since grad school, and now they are coming together professionally to work on this project together for NASA. It's a dream come true for Bea, and she like refuses to let Levi ruin this for her, even though it seems that he is dead set on ruining it for her. I want to talk about it, but it's going to be a little spoilery, so I would recommend going into this like not knowing anything. But if you're not planning to read this, or if you've already read it, you can continue watching, but if not, skip to like part 2 of me talking about this. I will try not to spoil it at the end, but I want to talk about it right now. Going into this book, I knew it was like Rivals to Lovers, but I was not anticipating like the direction that it took. Levi is so mean to Bea at the beginning of this book, or at least like you think he is really mean to her. Literally up until the last chapter that I just read, I really thought like he was hell-bent on ruining her career. And I mean, that's what she thinks, so it makes sense that that's what's going on. But I was like genuinely getting mad. I was like, how in the hell am I supposed to root for this romance when this man is a jackass and he is just ruining your life? Like, he is so selfish, he is so horrible. What is wrong with him? Turns out, miscommunication, misunderstanding. He's actually been trying to defend her this whole time. It's like other people that are trying to ruin this project. But I'm like, why did you let her think that for so long? He's just so painfully oblivious how his actions affect Bea. Like, he did do some asshole-ish things, not to the extent of ruining her career. I think thankfully. But yeah, basically it's kind of coming to light that he's just a big baby who doesn't know how to act around a woman he finds attractive, and these two are just in these like completely ridiculous miscommunication situations. Like they both think the other is in long-term committed / married relationships or like has kids. They're both fucking single. Like the miscommunication is very rampant in this book, so if that is not something you would enjoy, I wouldn't recommend. I think to an extent it can be funny, like I'm not totally anti miscommunication, but yeah, in this book it was really intense in the beginning. It was really like pissing me off. Like I literally almost DNF'd this book because I'm like, this guy is so horrible, he's so mean to her. It literally got cleared, it should have been cleared up maybe a little bit sooner, because I really was like eye twitching at this man like 100 pages in and he's still being a fucking asshole. What the fuck is going on? So that's Love on the Brain. Now that I've realized what is actually happening, it's a little bit better and I'm excited to get back into it. It's been a quick read so far. I don't think it'll be a new favorite, but it should be fun, hopefully. So yeah, I will let you know once I finish this one and my final thoughts on this vlog. So be back.
What the hell? Oh yeah, good job. Very silly.
What's up? Hello. Love you.
I did finish my final book for this video finally, Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, and I'm kind of have mixed feelings about this one. Maybe shouldn't have saved it for last because it definitely wasn't my favorite that I've read in this video, but I am glad to have finally read it. I probably mentioned this already. I did really enjoy The Love Hypothesis. I think I enjoyed it more than this one. I just really couldn't get over how much the characters in the beginning just were like hating each other. I think we spent too much time in the enemies field, which I don't typically say that, but it was just the way that it was done and the way that I really thought that the male love interest was trying to sabotage her career, and I just was not behind that, and I was like, why would we ever like each other? The miscommunication in this was just so extreme. I tend to like the like idiots in love trope, and so miscommunication isn't my least favorite thing in the world. It's obviously frustrating to read, but sometimes I feel like it does build good angst like in a fun way, but I don't think that that was the case for this book. I think it just built angst in an unfun way because the two characters are just like really stupid. They're really stupid. They just were not communicating well, and I really didn't like how like emotionally stunted our main character was, to the point where like she genuinely thought he hated her and was trying to sabotage her career. Like that was pretty serious. That was a pretty serious red flag for me. And like I get it, like he grows, he learns to express himself better, but I don't know. He was a little bit difficult for me to enjoy as a character for that reason, and it was a little bit difficult for me to root for them to get together for that reason. So not my favorite. I also think the female main character, she was just kind of quirky for like the sake of being quirky, which was annoying. I really did love the you've got mail trope, and like once they started dating and like getting together, I liked it better. There's still just some like insane miscommunications going on though, like of like them both thinking the other was like in a relationship. That I'm like, can you guys just talk to each other? Like what the fuck is going on? It was frankly a little ridiculous and a little over the top. So definitely not my favorite romance novel I've ever read. Honestly, I don't really feel super attached to this one. I don't know that this one will stay in my collection. It was just kind of okay to me. I think I ended up giving it 3 stars. A little bit of a sad way to end this reading vlog, but that's okay. I'm very happy to have finally gotten another one of these out because I have been so slumpy like reading and in life recently, so I'm glad to finally be catching up. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. I honestly don't know where Kiss and Tell is. I did read that one in this vlog. I did not like that one. I think I ended up giving it 2 stars, but I think my least favorite book that I read in this vlog was The Incendiaries by Aro Kwan. This was just so crazy and so stupid. I really did not like it at all. I gave this book 1 star actually. And then I think I would probably put Kiss and Tell as my next one, like if I was gonna rank them, because it got 2 stars for me. This one got 3 stars, so it is smack in the middle of my little ranking of the books that I read in this vlog. We almost have every star rating represented, but not quite, because I gave both of these 5 stars, I believe. I really enjoyed reading Paris Hilton's memoir. It was definitely very hard-hitting, very difficult to get through at times, but I thought it was really well done and really important story, and I really could hear her voice, and it was really interesting, like just learning more about her. Like I do think she's a pretty cool person for a rich person, you know, pretty cool. And then After Parties, loved this one. Probably is my favorite because I definitely enjoyed it the most in terms of just like base level subjective enjoyment. I liked this one the best. And I also think it's a really beautiful story and a really beautiful book, so I'm glad that I've read it. But yeah, that is my little wrap up. 4 of the books that I read, minus Kiss and Tell, which I don't know where it is. Maybe I already got rid of it. I have no idea. It might already be in my pile of BOOKSTORE on PANGO. But yeah, that is the reading vlog. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you are interested in any of the books I talked about, you can check out either my PANGO, or I always link them in the description. If you're interested, no pressure, just there if you want it. My social media links are down there as well if you want to follow me on any other platform. YouTube is my main platform though, so I would appreciate if you subscribe to me here if you're not already. Also like this video if you liked it. It helps me out, shows me you guys want more stuff like this. And also leave me a comment. Let me know what you're reading, if you're working on your TBR, if you're gonna meet your reading goals for the end of the year. I would love to know all of those things. So yeah, chat with me in the comments. And I think that is everything for me today. So thank you so much for being here and for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one real soon. Bye.